Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you WebAdvisor and a tool available through WebAdvisor called Program Evaluation as well as your student plan. Go ahead and click WebAdvisor located on the top left-hand corner of the main College of the Redwoods homepage. And then log into your student account. Once you have logged in, click the Student menu. We are now logged in to WebAdvisor. On the bottom left-hand side of your screen is Program Planning. Once you've declared a program with College of the Redwoods, you can monitor your progress towards completion of your degree through Program Evaluation. You can also create a student educational plan with a counselor or advisor in which you map out your entire program of study from the day you start until the day you finish, and all the degree outcomes in which you are expected to complete, including your general education pattern for whichever school you intend to go to and the program requirements for your degree. Go ahead and click on the Program Evaluation tool. I have declared for myself a degree in anthropology for transfer following the IGETC pattern. I'm going to go ahead and select the degree and hit Submit. I am now viewing my program evaluation for anthropology for transfer. This program evaluation gives me a lot of information with regards to my degree objectives. The first piece of information that we're looking at are the general education requirements, and you can see that I'm following the IGETC or UC pattern. Since I have not taken any classes at the college so far, each of the areas says not started. However, you can view this page to see what particular classes fulfill the area requirement. For example, the first requirement is an English composition class. Up in the top, under English composition, it says complete English 1A. This is the only option for this requirement. The next requirement is a critical thinking class. And following the IGETC pattern, the only class that fulfills this requirement is English 1B. If we scroll down farther, we can see Area 2, Math. It says to complete Math 15, 30, or 50A. These are the options to choose from to complete this requirement. This is true for the rest of the pattern. For example, we need a class that fulfills the arts requirement. And listed here, after arts, it lists all the classes that would fulfill that requirement. Art 1A, Art 1B, Art 4, Cinema 1, 2, 3, etc. The same is true for the humanities requirement. All the classes that fulfill the requirement are listed here. Bear in mind that the classes that reflect on your program evaluation are true for the catalog year you have selected. Each year there are minor changes to the general education pattern, and you'll want to be mindful of these changes and make sure you're taking classes that reflect your catalog year. Further down, you see that there's the social and behavioral sciences. And then we see the physical and biological sciences. With the physical and biological sciences, one of your classes must include a lab activity. So make sure when choosing your classes, you choose one that has a lab activity either included in the class or you can take a lab activity separate. For the UC pattern, there's also a language requirement, which can be fulfilled by either taking 2 years of the same foreign language in high school or by taking a foreign language advancement placement test, or by taking advanced language with us. Next, you can see my particular program of study. I have Anthropology for Transfer declared, and it's listing first what the required core is. The required core means that you have to take all the classes in this particular area. You can see that for anthropology, it'd be Anth 1, biological anthropology, Anth 2, intro to archaeology, and Anth 3, cultural anthropology. There's then a list A in which you would want to be taking great archaeological discoveries, list B where you would choose one of the following, Psych 2, biology 6, or geology 1 or 10, and list C where you would choose any of the following classes listed here that you haven't already previously taken. At the bottom of the page, it shows all the classes that you have already planned to take. So I have met with an advisor or counselor and planned out my fall semester and also my spring semester. And it's calculating all the units for this semester into the total units that I have done. I have not yet taken these classes since they are listed as PL, which stands for planned, but they are being calculated into my total. After these 2 semesters, it looks like I would have another 32 units to complete to reach my degree objectives. I recommend meeting with a counselor or advisor to create a student ed plan so you can have a sense of when you plan to take each class to fulfill your degree requirements and be able to mark your progress through here. You can see through on my program evaluation that I have planned to take English 1A and I'm planning to take it fall of 2020. Again, you can see that I've planned to take Math 15 and I'm planning to take it spring of 2021. If you create a comprehensive student educational plan, you will be able to see each of the different areas, what class you have planned to fulfill it. Also, the program evaluation will reflect when you've completed a course and when you're currently taking a class. For example, if English 1A, I had already taken the class, instead of not started, it would say complete and it would list my grade right under where it says grade. This is true for all of the different areas. Now let's go back and view our student plan. If you select the student menu and then my educational plan and then select anthropology and plan courses only, you can see where I have created a student educational plan with an advisor or counselor. My fall classes are all planned out, and my spring classes are planned out as well. It shows for each semester how many units that you were planning to take. It looks like in fall of 2020, I have 14 units selected, and in spring of 2021, I have another 14 units selected. After this point, you'd want to make another appointment with a counselor or advisor to plan out the remainder of the courses you need to complete your program of study. As an advisor, if you return to the main menu, an advisor can assist you with this process by selecting the advisor link, student educational planning, putting in the student's information. I'm going to put in my information, and then add or change plan. And choose the same plan we're reviewing, Anthropology for Transfer. And it's going to pull up the courses we've already planned. At this point, a counselor or an advisor could help you select the rest of the courses that you would need. So let's put in summer of 2021. Perhaps you would like to take a couple classes then. And then fall of 2021, let's select a few more. And then spring of 2022. Let's fill all these up so we can plan out the rest of our time here at College of the Redwoods. So spring of 2022, okay. Now let's refer back to our program evaluation to see what courses we still need to complete our degree objectives. I conveniently left the tab open so we can look back at it. We can see that we have not yet planned our critical thinking class. We also don't have a class planned for the arts, humanities, and arts or humanities, and we're needing more classes to come from our social sciences as well as our physical science. And we still need to complete the rest of our courses for our degree. We can see that the first one we haven't done, it's saying one course needed, is Intro to Archaeology. So let's start there. For fall of 2020, we'll have to confirm that that class is in fact offered, but let's put Anthropology 2 in. And then we also needed a class to come from List B, either Psych 2, Biology 6, Geology 1 or 10. Some of these classes are also going to count in the area of the sciences. So let's see where they are and how they will fulfill requirements for us. So if we scroll back up, we can see that Geology 1 and 10 are listed in the physical sciences, and Bio 6 is not listed here. So we would want to refer to the schedule to learn more of what Geology 1 and 10 are, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to select one of them to fulfill the requirements. So let's select Geology 1. Okay, great. So that's going to not only count for List B, but it's also going to fulfill our physical science, which we do not have a class from yet, so that's perfect. The biological anthropology, that one has a lab activity, but it's not directly linked to the class. You'd want to take that separately. So we might want to include that into our spring semester. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Okay, so let's go back to our student ed plan and add the lab for Anthropology 1 for spring of 2021. I'm just going to change one of these summer ones real quick to spring of 2021 and then add Anthropology 1B. Looks like I put it in the wrong area. Okay, and let's refer back to our program evaluation. So it looks like with this, what we planned, we have our physical science taken care of. We'll also have our lab activity taken care of. The AMP 5 that we've planned will count for one more of our social science classes. For our next class, we will have to choose something from a different discipline because you must complete the 3 courses from at least 2 different disciplines. If you're also considering potentially going to a CSU system, I'd recommend doing Poli-Sci 10 or History 8 or 9, as these are exit requirements from the CSU system. For the sake of time, I'm just going to select a class, so I'm going to put in for our summer, let's go for Poli-Sci 10. As you can see, these are the basic steps of how you would go about planning a student educational plan with a counselor or advisor. I'm not going to go over the full plan today as it's a lengthy process, but I will show you how what I've inputted would reflect on your program evaluation. Now if we go back to our program evaluation and select Anthropology for transfer, we will be able to see all the classes we added into our student educational plan reflect here. So you can see we added in our English 1B, we have our poli-sci,